Okay guys, today we're going to look at the Flambeau ice rod case, and I wanted to talk a little bit about this unit. I've had it for a little while now, and it's been pretty good to me. So it's getting to be ice fishing season here, and figured I'd go through some of the features of this box and talk about why I went to this style. I used to use a soft-sided case, and really what ended up happening is it just didn't last. Decided to go to the hard case style here, and really haven't looked back. I think it's a great way to go. So this here happens to be the Flambeau rod case. You can see it's got the Flambeau logo on here. It's backwards, just the way I'm showing it now. It's got the Z-Rust rust stop impregnation in the plastic. So you know what they say is that you're not going to have any rust based in if you on your baits if you keep your lures in here, which is nice for storing your equipment in here off season. Basically, ice fishing is just a couple months, so really your equipment's sitting on a shelf somewhere the rest of the year, and you don't want it rusting. So I thought that was a nice feature of this unit. The unit comes with the 4 foam dividers, and they hold the rods pretty nice. You know, they're a little bit firm. They move it. It's easy to get them in and out. I currently store 3 rods in here. I've got this aluminum foil around my baits so that the foil is easy to form. You can use it 1,000 times over again, and it just keeps your baits from sticking and everything, getting tangled up with you know, things in the box. Works really good in the cloth bags if you do that. I keep a couple scoops in here. And then a couple of bait boxes. I've got some gulp here. I've got some baits here. I keep my bags for my fish harvests in here. It also keeps these bags, just give a little pressure to the side of the foam. Looks good from that side. And then I keep some ice cleats here for real, usually early ice. We get a lot of real glare ice, you know, freeze, thaw cycles, late ice. A lot of glare ice. It's nice to have some cleats so I can put over my boots to walk around. I keep those right in this box. They stay a nice spot. I keep a towel in here, keep my hands dry, and I've got an empty bait box. My son likes to pick up baits that he finds out there, and we'll throw them in there or whatever. And then I have this container here, which is actually a Sterilite container, which it holds, you know, a bunch of just random items. We've got our bait boxes that we keep in our pockets for kind of run and gun, hole pop in here style of fishing, where I might leave this in the shack or in the truck or UTV or whatever it is. So keep all of that in a smaller box. This one happens to fit really nicely in here. I don't even know what this is, an 1803 Sterilite. Get these at Walmart, Target, whatever it is. And then I know this particular unit actually fits a 3500 series Plano box or like a Shields box or anything like that in there, and those fit in there as well in these foam locations. So you can move those around if you have those boxes. They fit for all your gear. I'll probably pick up a few of those over the years. This is what I have though, so it all fit very nicely. I had a little concern about these latches at first, but you know, they've lasted. So until something happens, I'm going to be okay with those. The box has some areas for a lock. I don't know, anything with a plastic lock to me is kind of keeps the honest, I guess. That's about all it's worth. The other thing I noticed, and you know, Flambeau has this version here, it's got the blue handles, but I've also noticed Eagle Claw makes what looks to be identical to this unit. And these are kind of the budget units. So if you're looking for something, you know, and you don't have Flambeau in your area, or they're not distributed in your area, take a look at Eagle Claw. They appear to me to be the exact same units. I've also seen this, what I believe to be the exact same unit under a different name at Shields as well, for about the same price point. Right now I'm seeing them go for right around $65 or so. you can get them on sale down to like 50, and that's a pretty good deal for what I've used this thing for so far. I'm thinking about maybe putting a power unit in here. I a lot of times take a drill battery and do some modifications with some other electronics and use that for variable voltage for charging things, like phones and or running my locators or fish cameras right off of them. So we'll see if that makes sense in the future. Maybe I'll do a little bit of video on that. So I will I'll throw up a couple links in the video for you guys to find these on Amazon, and that way if you're interested in it, go for it. It's been a durable unit. It holds all the rods really well. It's really nice to just be able to kind of put your equipment in a UTV or a sled or whatever it is that you use to get out on the ice, and know that it's going to be in good condition when you get to your location. As you know, some of the spots are pretty rough walks or rides, and it could be a long ways. So it's nice to get out there and know everything's going to work when you get there. What do we have? Inside dimension, you're going to be able to fit a rod of about 42 inches here and here. The center part is a little shorter, and you've got about 40 and a half is tight. 40-inch would be safe. So from that standpoint, those are your rod lengths. You could probably get 2 of them in the center, 2 of them on the outside for sure, maybe a couple more if you got some smaller ones like this in between. The depth here, usable depth, is probably around 5 inches. I'm sorry, 5.5 inches. Might be able to get 6 out of it because you got some foam up here and a little space. So that's really what you're looking at. Overall length when we have the unit closed is a little bit longer at about 44 inches to be safe. That way, and width, we're looking at the widest part being about 13 inches. So, you know, fitting stuff in the back of a UTV or in the rack of a four-wheeler is perfect. Fits pretty nicely in a larger sled. That's about it. It's lightweight, easy enough to carry around with all the gear. You can have it anyways. It's a couple pounds more, so go for it. It's a good